first bits of in-game footage, guys.
Cena, right back to the arm.
Great strategy.
2K19.
The more powerful Cena by taking away one of his arms.
I'm going to stay quite quiet.
House, not taking any unnecessary risks here against John Cena.
Oh, just looking to control and neutralize the bigger man.
So I just think the commentaries are really sick in these
back to his feet, and Bryan continues to work on the arm, but now Cena. Test of strength, and you don't want to get into a power battle with John.
Absolutely not.
And just the overall atmosphere.
Daniel Bryan sending Kingston across the ring.
And Daniel Bryan looking to put Kofi Kingston away.
We'll do more reaction at the end.
Team titles. Kingston's in trouble.
First of all, we're just going to enjoy the clips.
In peril. The Big Red Machine making the long climb to the top rope.
I don't think Bryan wanted Kane to make the tag.
Oh, not at all. He felt like he was in control, and now Kane is heading up.
This redubbed commentary, man.
It's
excellent.
We know they can't stand each other.
Kingston. Look at Bryan. Bryan is hanging onto the ankle of Kane. Kingston.
And the sound as well.
And now Daniel Bryan. Shoved away by Kane. Bryan with a shot to Kane. What is happening? And that's Kane off the top rope. Splash into a cover. New tag team champion. Oh my God.
Please have these pops in the game. Please have those crowd reactions in the actual gameplay.
Walks in. What's Randy Orton gonna do?
Will the Viper tap out?
Orton's in serious trouble. Trying to drag himself to the ropes, but remember,
If he can get this urgency.
guys, because it's a street fight. And Orton with a kendo stick.
I mean, I get that these are cutscenes. So these are all.
Strikes with a kendo stick. Orton wearing the weapon out on Daniel Bryan.
So they're all cutscenes from the Daniel Bryan.
WWE's Apex Predator needs is a weapon.
It's all perfectly legal.
You will find absolutely, oh my God, no remorse whatsoever from Randy
Savage.
Orton.
All the frustration inside the Viper bubbling over. Orton's like a man possessed. This won't end well.
And he's got Bryan on the second rope.
Like, I get it's
Randy
cutscenes.
Orton could be closing in on a victory. Oh, vintage Orton with a DDT.
That'd be great if they can get this atmosphere into actual gameplay.
Randy Orton seems to be preparing to go to that place.
Positive.
Randy Orton is focused. Randy Orton could be closing in on victory.
Looking for the RKO. No.
Backslide by Bryan. Shoulders are down. Oh. Orton kicks out.
It's quite a long
And a
cutscene
kick
though,
by
isn't it?
Daniel Bryan, and now kendo stick in hand. And Bryan unloading on Orton. Bryan returning. Daniel Bryan.
That's cool.
Using
That's
the
a cool
kendo stick
addition.
for leverage.
New OMG moves
Taps
confirmed.
out. Randy Orton taps out.
I think this clip.
Win for Daniel Bryan. Career
I think this clip's less
win
polished than
for
the
Daniel
previous
Bryan.
ones. Like the added crowd noise isn't on it, like the entrance music,
Daniel
the tapping
Bryan
sound,
with one of the biggest victories of his career.
that new
Well, we knew it
crowd
was gonna be
noise.
A physically grueling battle between Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton, and boy did Bryan earn this. Gotta give it up to him. Gotta give it up to Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan's going to be
And the
feeling
referee just
effects
frozen
of this
in the
one for
corner
some
there.
time.
Oh, hold on.
Referee frozen in time. So
Orton
we will go
offering a
through.
sign of respect.
That's what you love to see. Two great superstars, two great warriors displaying their mutual respect for each other.
Right, we'll get into some reaction. No. So we finally got some WWE 2K19 in-game footage. I mean, well, it's not gameplay footage, but it's footage from the game. So let's give you the facts of what we know so far, and then we'll go into reaction and speculation, etc. So these are all cutscenes from the new 2K Showcase mode, featuring the life and career of Daniel Bryan, where you'll play through 11 of Daniel Bryan's classic matches, completing little objectives along the way. Some of those you saw in the footage that we showed you, and then you'll unlock like superstars, attires, championship championships and arenas, etc. They've also told us that there's going to be a surprise bonus match thrown in there as well. And I'll give you my thoughts on what I think that match could be a little bit later on in the video. So surrounding the matches, there's also going to be lots of vignettes with Daniel Bryan talking about his sort of thoughts and feelings behind each of the matches. So it sounds like you're going to be playing through like a mini kind of Daniel Bryan biography documentary thing. So you're really going to... So I think what they're pushing is like an authentic Daniel Bryan experience. So you'll really be able to know what was actually going on inside Daniel Bryan, the man's head, as he was going through these points in his career. So there's the facts of what we have for the Daniel Bryan 2K Showcase mode. So let's go into reaction and speculation. So the big question for me here is how much of this smoothness and realism and atmosphere that we see in these cutscenes, how much of that is going to translate to the gameplay? My first reaction was like, well, this commentary actually sounds pretty sick. Like, it's not like they've dubbed in the original commentary from the broadcast, because Corey Graves wasn't calling any of the matches that we've just shown you. I mean, Corey Graves was 19 years old in that John Cena, Daniel Bryan Velocity 2003 match. So it's all been re-recorded and it all sounds really genuine, which if that translates to gameplay, that's going to be a massive plus. Like, commentary's always been tricky in WWE games, and commentary's been pretty tricky on WWE TV, but what the commentary can add is emotion to the match. And again, I think creating this sort of emotive atmosphere seems to be a direction that 2K are going for based on what we've just seen in these cutscenes, and good commentary can add to the emotion of a match. Like, if they're sympathizing with who's getting beaten down, like explaining a motive or a characteristic of one of the superstars, it makes the matches sound different and actually gives everything that's happening like a sort of bigger meaning. Like, it makes it sound less like random sound bites. Again, if they can, I mean, this isn't an easy thing to do by any stretch, but if this is a thing that they can translate into matches that make them feel like their own individual little stories, that could be pretty awesome. I think the sound and the atmosphere overall just sounded loads better. I think like the crowd noises sounded more realistic. Like the pop when Team Hell No won the tag team titles, that sounded probably like one of the best crowd noises that I've heard in a WWE game. And again, like all like the best WWE moments are the ones with like big crowd reactions, like Dolph Ziggler cashing in, Steve Austin helping Mankind win the title. If they can translate those big crowd pop moments into the game to make them sound really good, that could be pretty awesome. Like, can you imagine if you're in a match and then someone's music hits for a run-in and then the crowd explode? Those are the sort of cool moments, I think, which will make you feel something, and then you'll be like, oh yeah, that was a good moment. It just looks like that the little nuances and details seem to be refined. Again, this is cutscenes. I know this is cutscenes. It's again just me hoping that this translates into the actual game. But even for cutscenes, these movements were super smooth and realistic, and I think that just makes me think that this is going to be one of the things that they're going to be pushing for this year, and that's atmosphere and realism. I mean, look at the Randy Orton clip again. Like, every little piece, he was so Randy Orton. The Randy Ortonness was dripping off of him. He was Randy Ortoning around, the most Randy Orton I've ever seen in a WWE game. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. It was... Randy Orton's got a very particular way of just moving around the ring, and they captured that spot on, I thought. So, again, if that translates to the game and each character has got their own very personalised little movements, that would... Again, it adds to the realism, it adds to the immersiveness of the game. So in like my first WWE 2K19 video, when they released the tagline, Never Say Never, I speculated that you could be going on a journey maybe with your My Player through the indies, and I thought maybe it's going to be focusing on AJ Styles' career from the indies to the big time. I think Daniel Bryan, I think that's what they're going to do, I would have thought. So I'm thinking, how far back into Daniel Bryan's career is this showcase mode going to go? Before I actually realised there was game footage, I almost made this video before realising there was game footage, because that's how stupid I am. I predicted the matches that I thought would be the 11, and I was umming and ahhing whether they'd go as far back as the 2003 Velocity match with John Cena. The fact that they have done that makes me think that, oh, maybe they'll actually go back even further and even include some of the matches on the indies. It would be mad. If you're going to do a Daniel Bryan showcase mode, you would be insane to not have a Daniel Bryan versus Nigel McGuinness situation with both guys licensed and in the company. Surely they're going to include that. If that's the bonus match or one of the first matches, that's got to be in there. Plus, you've got all of like lots of Daniel Bryan's indie opponents, as it were, are all in the WWE now. Like Cesaro when he was Claudio, Kevin Steen, Samoa Joe, AJ Styles. They're all there. Like, surely, come on. If you're gonna do Daniel Bryan indie matches, now is the time to do it. So I'd like to think that if they go back to do Daniel Bryan indie matches, I think that's cool. It's a new thing. They've never ever done that before, and I think that adds a nice new dynamic. And if they're doing that, maybe that's an option for my player as well. Those indie arenas and stuff would be another dimension. Anyway, that's maybe for another video. I mean, the elephant in the room really is that it does look very, very, very similar to 2K18 in terms of graphics. I mean, overall they're smoother, but there's no like massive jaw-dropping leap. There's no like kind of new dynamic lighting and stuff to throw in. Since WWE games become yearly, I think you just got to manage expectations a little bit. Like, there's only so much 2K can do in a year. Would they like to rewrite the whole engine and build the game from the ground up every single time, giving you umpteen million features and brand new graphics and character models? Yes, I think obviously they definitely would. Can they physically do that with the resources and the task given to them? No, it's impossible. The WWE wants a yearly game. The WWE license probably is a good chunk of the company's entire earnings. You just got to make it work. You have to make it work. And I mean, that's WWE in a nutshell, really, isn't it? Vince McMahon gives you a borderline impossible task, and you've just got to get it over. You got to make it work as best you can. So I think expecting 2K to reinvent the wheel every single year, I think if you're expecting that, you're just going to end up disappointing yourself. You can't. I see a lot of salty tweets at 2K about that, and you cannot expect them to do that in the time frame that they've been given. Like, it's not their choice, that's what they've been given, and they'd be idiots to just not do that. So, and if you can get that sound and that feel and the nuances just right, I don't think you need a massive graphical overhaul to make this game a massive step on from 2K18. But if they can really build on that sense of recreating what you're seeing on TV with like the little nuances and mannerisms of the superstars, whilst also making the gameplay fun and responsive and easy to play. Again, not easy. like this isn't these. I'm very much aware these are big demands in the grand scheme of things to make, but I think that could make 2K19 loads more fun than 2K18 to play. So I think basically it's going to come down to how similar does 2K19 actually play to what we've just seen in those cutscenes. If the commentary, atmosphere, the movement and things isn't that far off, then you're gonna have like a really, really strong WWE game on our hands yet. But again, until we've actually seen gameplay, it's gonna be hard to tell. There's scope to be positive. I don't think it's game changing. I don't think it's gonna all of a sudden see people flock to purchase the next game yet, based on what we've just seen. But I think that there's reason to be optimistic would be my general thoughts from what I saw. But yeah, so we're going to be doing more 2K19 videos. I'm going to do a prediction of the 11 matches that I think are going to be in Daniel Bryan's showcase mode. I'll have to have a little rethink of that now I've actually seen gameplay footage. That video will be coming up very soon, so do subscribe for more WWE 2K19 news. And also, as well, please go and check out our video on the Mega Magazine YouTube channel of our WWE YouTube World Cup. And yeah, I've been N60 Sean. You guys have been excellent. We will see you for more stuff. See you later. Bye.